This is the Heartbeat of Tampa Bay. I'm Christopher Ingram, your host, along with my guest host, Amber Uhler, the wonderful Amber Uhler, Mrs. America, Mrs. Universe, I should say.
I'm everything.
You're everything. You're here filling in for Serena again because she took a little break, vacation with her daughter for Mother's Day and is traveling today when we're recording. But we appreciate you being here again.
Thank you, and I'm so happy to have the opportunity to be back, and we get to meet a new friend.
Yes, actually, I sort of had an encounter, not with our guest, but with the company that she works for. First of all, let's introduce. We have Elizabeth Moses, who is with VEG ER Docs, or VEG for Pets.
VEG ER for Pets.
VEG ER for Pets, thank you. And VEG stands for
Veterinary Emergency Groups.
Okay,
Yep.
but you're rebranded, you're just VEG for ER for Pets. And so you're a veterinarian.
I am.
You guys have locations all in different areas here in the Tampa Bay
do.
area and other areas, I presume. And I
over.
want to welcome you.
Thank
and
you.
also say thank you to you guys because when your PR people called us to see if we could be on the show, they didn't know it, but I've actually had the, I'll have to say, misfortune of having to go to your location in South Tampa where you work because my wonderful dog Kai, the 145-pound Great Dane, decided to eat some ribs off of the counter one time, and we spent a few hours in your veterinary unit there in South Tampa. We've got a picture of Kai.
I was gonna say, can we please?
Yeah, you can see there, and he's, I think he's in the middle of vomiting.
I think he is, yeah. That's a vomit face, if I ever seen one.
So,
And we're sure you have.
Yes,
Yeah,
right?
I definitely
I have a funny story to tell about that, but we'll get back to Kai in a minute. So tell us a little bit about VEG ER and what your practice is kind of built around. I know, but inform our viewers.
Yeah, so VEG ER is great. So VEG ER for Pets, I've been with them since 2021, I think. And it's an open concept ER. So you come in, you see a doctor right away. You can actually call us and talk to us on the phone prior to coming in. That way we kind of have a little bit of a heads up. You get to stay with your pet. We do exams on the floor. We talk to you, like you're part of the family, and we give you all the treatment options, and then you get to stay with them. So if you have a dog or a cat or a hamster or whatever that's staying, we'll see anything.
How often do you treat hamsters?
Not often, but
I wanted to ask
more,
what was the most bizarre animal she's ever gotten in.
More so birds, but we do see, we try to see everything, like anything that we can.
You ever gotten like an alligator? Or?
I have not, but I have gotten a bearded dragon that was choking that I saved. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Monkey? Could somebody bring a monkey in?
No, we can't see monkeys. Yeah.
But did you just hear her say she saved a bearded pet dragon that was choking?
Yeah.
On what? A quarter?
It was cricket.
Yeah.
The cricket.
Yeah, they eat the crickets.
Jiminy Cricket.
You got it.
Not going down without a fight.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, you could stay with your pets. So if Kai had to stay overnight, you could have stayed with him in a room. Yeah, all night.
Oh, brought your blanket.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's nice.
Yeah, you could have brought your blanket and your pillow.
We're going home to get some sleep.
I love it because at any vet I've ever gone to, they take your pet back away
and you never
from
see
you.
them again.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know what your pet's going through. You don't know what they're running. You don't know what they think. And you just sit out there in the waiting room like...
Yeah, and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I actually personally had an experience with that. With my own child, my human child.
Oh, really?
Where I was just kind of sitting there, and they brought her back for anesthesia, and I just wasn't able to be there, and that anxiety
Anxious, for sure.
is so terrible. But seeing owners being able to stay with their pets is really wonderful. I would have loved to stay with my kid, obviously.
Right? Yeah, kids are a little different. Well, so I was in there because Kai ate these ribs, right? And I got distracted for 2 minutes and had to go upstairs for a second. I come back down and I'm like, "Where's my dinner?" I'd already put it on the counter and I was getting ready to heat it up and I got distracted. I come back and it's gone. And there is not a trace. It was like a half a slab of ribs, 4 or 5 ribs, and there was not a trace of a bone or a piece of meat or anything. I wouldn't even really probably recollected that he had taken it, except there was an empty plate on the countertop, right?
Yeah, it makes you question your sanity a little bit. Yeah.
All I can think of is It's a Christmas Story where the Bupkis's dogs come in and eat the Thanksgiving dinner, like the Christmas dinner. Like that's just what I imagined.
Well, it was just gone, and I called you guys, and they kind of gave me an overview of what could happen, what could not happen possibly, and they suggested, you probably want to bring them in, let's check them out.
Yeah.
So I bring them in. You were absolutely right. Like, met very quickly. We were back into the ER. It's like, I think you described it an open ER.
Concept,
So there's like 5 or 6 bays for different, doctors to attend to different animals and stuff like that. It was probably about 9:30 at night on a Tuesday. And
they were open.
You were
open.
24 hours.
Yeah, and they were pretty busy. Everyone was super nice, super friendly, gave great information, kept me informed. I was going to say to you earlier, though, there might be a reason why you don't want to be back there with your pet, because they had to induce vomiting for Kai.
Oh no!
And they put drops in his eyes to make him throw up, which I had never seen or heard of before.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
he's throwing up.
Real?
He's throwing up.
Are you kidding me?
It was for real.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It makes him
them
throw
vomit,
up.
yeah.
So anyhow, he starts to vomit about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes later, and I kid you not, I hope you don't get grossed out easily. I know you won't, but I kid you not, one of your vet techs says to me, I've been working here for 2 years. I've probably seen 100 dogs throw up. This is the first time the vomit actually smelled good. He had eaten a fresh plate of ribs that I'd smoked on the grill the night before. I swear to God, she said that to me. I was like, yeah, no.
Did the
Oh yeah, the
ribs-
bones. They were
they
like
were-
picking them out and trying to count how many he eat and everything.
Okay,
funny.
question. What is the most bizarre thing you've ever gotten out of an animal?
Oh God, I feel like everything. Earrings, rings, underwear, toys.
Oh my goodness.
My personal dog ate a full box of diapers.
Oh, a full box.
Yeah, 2 out of the box. There was 3 sleeves of diapers. She ate 2 of the 3. I mean, she might as well have ate.
Was she okay?
She was. Yeah.
She had you as a mom.
Yeah,
so you could,
I did induce vomiting.
do the eye drops.
No, I actually did an injection. So there's 2 different ways. But yeah, I did the injection, and she was vomiting it up everywhere.
What kind of dog is it?
She's like a pit bull mix, something along those lines.
So at VEG ER, what is the most common type of ailment that you treat?
Oh gosh, I think it depends on the time of the year. Right now it would be heat strokes. We treat large breed dogs like yours for GDVs.
What's that?
Gastric distension and volvulus or bloat.
Okay,
That's when
bloat.
the
Yeah,
that's when
bloat.
the
Yeah, I know
stomach
it is bloat.
twists. Yeah, that's a medical and surgical emergency. So we see those a lot. We see sudden collapses, bleeding issues, dog fights.
I was going to ask,
eating
what is your
things.
opinion on dog parks?
I think they're dangerous.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I think you can't control the uncontrollable in a dog park,
Like
right? You don't
somebody
know.
who thinks their dog is nice, but then
Yeah.
goes and attacks your
Right.
little
Yeah, exactly.
dog.
Yeah.
Or they
exactly.
don't want their big dog to be the littlest big dog, so they put their big dog in the little dog.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of injuries from people taking their dogs to dog parks?
Just in general, just even walking out or another one that we see is like if somebody's babysitting a dog and they don't know the history between the 2 dogs, and then
I started a dog
they fight
business
each other.
for one day. They brought the dog over. It was my first ever. I called it Little Luna's Pet Sitting Business. This was like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they brought the dog over. They were leaving on a cruise, and the dog just kept throwing up.
Oh no!
And kept throwing up. And I called him. I was like, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable. I think something's wrong with this dog. Like, I'm sorry, I can't watch it. Like, I really think it needs to go to the ER." And it was having kidney failure.
Wow.
So they were with the pet sitting business. I told my husband, forget it. That was an idea for one day.
One
It did
day.
not work
One
out.
done.
I cleaned up
fair.
5 vomits, 2 poops, got no money, and the sitting business is over
with.
because
I would have done the same.
that was a lot of stress. I was like,
That's
this
a lot of
dog's gonna
stress.
die on my
Right?
watch.
That would not have been good.
And then I'm gonna be like blacklisted as a dog killer. Like
So what you said heat stroke is a very common
Yeah,
ailment
heat
somewhere.
stroke, yeah.
How does a pet owner recognize when their dog
Yeah.
is having a heat stroke?
That's actually a really great question because I feel like if you don't get your pet to the ER or to a vet as soon as possible, like that could be fatal. So some of the like more common or like first line responses that a dog will do if they're really overheated is they'll pant and they'll pant like frantically.
Constantly,
So other things I would recommend that you look for is panting, collapse, thick drool that's kind of stringy and just kind of hanging there. Extreme lethargy, vomiting diarrhea with blood.
Okay.
Yep. So those are all of the things that I would be really concerned if I noticed
And
those in my
is
dog.
that when you recognize 2 or 3 of those symptoms, you should take your dog immediately to the vet,
I
or
think-
should you try to cool them down, get them to drink water? What
Yeah,
should you do?
so I think it depends on the severity. I think the most important thing is that you recognize what's going on and then you give us a call. That way we can guide you appropriately. I think the most dangerous thing you could do is like rapid cool your pet too fast. So if you put your dog into
make it worse.
an ice bath, it actually vasoconstricts, so all of those blood vessels get really small.
Closed,
and then that could make the symptoms
Even
really
worse.
significantly worse.
One thing I think of is I see people sometimes walking their pets in Florida on like black asphalt.
Right, that's a good
And I
example
always
of
think
paws.
about like, oh my gosh, if it hurts my hand to put it on there, it probably hurts their little feet, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of the things that you can do to combat that is walk them early in the morning or late at night.
Or in the grass.
Yeah, or on the grass. Yep. You can get them little booties too. I see a lot of.
I do
doing
see
that.
people wearing. I see
Booties.
dogs wearing shoes in my neighborhood.
You have to start that early.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's
'Cause
no
they,
way,
like,
there's no
will
way
walk
Kyle
like-
would be putting booties on his feet. He doesn't even like his
they'll
feet
walk
touched.
really funny. Yeah. If you don't start those early on in life, get them used to it. But I think the most important thing is that you're just aware that it's hot. Maybe touch the asphalt. Maybe make sure that
Like if
that's
it's too hot for you, it's too hot for them.
Okay, how about, Elizabeth, how about cats? What are some of the common things, ailments that you see in cats?
lilies. Yeah,
Lilies,
I actually
eating
just saw.
lilies.
Yeah, I just saw one yesterday. So lilies,
Are they poisonous?
they're
to
so
cats?
toxic to cats. Yeah, and it could be as simple as them rubbing up against it, and then all of the pollen on their fur, and they lick the pollen. Yeah, can cause like
I heard
kidney failure.
poinsettias are also toxic.
I
to
think they
dogs.
would cause GI upset. I don't think that they're toxic to
Yeah,
the
like the
point of-
dogs eat them and get
Yeah.
sick.
Sick,
It
yeah.
just causes vomiting, diarrhea. From
We
what I
always hear
understand.
about chocolate, and chocolate is not good for dogs. But like a dog like mine that was 145 pounds. I mean, I think I remember a vet telling me one time, like your dog would have to eat 3 pounds of chocolate
Yeah.
for it to be serious. But and a little dog,
Yes.
half a candy bar can be very upsetting to them, right?
It really depends on the type of chocolate. So equal amounts of milk chocolate to like cocoa powder is going to be different, and it's all dose dependent as well. Yeah,
Huh. And what do you do for a dog if they eat chocolate?
yeah, a couple things. Good
eye
question.
drops?
Yeah, the eye
The
drops or
vomit
the
drops.
injection. Yeah, get it out of there as soon as possible. And then we would monitor heart rate and blood pressure, and then sometimes they have to be hospitalized because they can get really hyper and their heart can race, and that can cause them a lot of issues. But also they can get pancreatitis. So from that chocolate and the
That's what that dog
fat.
had that eye.
Uh-huh.
Pancreatitis,
Pancreatitis,
not kidney failure. I'm
I'm-
Yeah,
sorry.
that's close enough.
one,
It was still terrible, and he puked all over. No eye drops needed.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, what is your favorite kind of like when you see somebody bring in a certain kind of animal, you get excited about it?
I love dogs.
Okay.
I like cats too. I like cats in the sense that I get to treat them and send them home. Don't personally want a cat in my house. I had one, and he was a little jerk, but I love dogs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would think. I mean, it was evident to me when I brought Kai in that everybody there
Yeah.
loves animals, and they really
Yeah.
liked Kai. I mean, I don't know if they were just
like a
like
big,
super
cool
excited because
Great
he's so big.
Dane.
Right? You don't see probably a lot of
He's
Great
cool.
Danes. But
Yeah, we love Great Danes.
yeah,
I
were.
think,
Everyone was so into him.
I think just like nice dogs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice-
yeah, like, so you just want the pet that's
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah.
bite
Just
you.
just nice dogs that are predictable and they're not mean and yeah.
So Liz, tell us about the center. I'm gathering that all of your locations are pretty much equally staffed and have the same type of medical equipment and stuff and things that can be done.
Yeah, we can all-
do you guys can do surgery there? You can do everything, right?
Yeah, we can all do roughly the same things. Now, equipment might vary based on location, availability. Probably like the medical directors, like it depends on what they want in their clinics. But yeah, we can do like walk-ins, surgery, X-rays, blood work. We can check urine. We can do a little bit of everything. Yeah.
And you guys are open late at night, like all night.
Yeah,
but are you
all
open
night.
24 hours a day?
24 hours a day.
Do you have a lot of people
7
that
days
come
a
in
week.
during the day when they could otherwise go see a non-ER type vet?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do actually get a lot of clientele throughout the day that just cannot get in with our vets. Yeah, and that's completely fair. You want to get your pet treated as soon as possible, you come see us.
And how many locations do you guys have across the state or the country?
I don't know
Roughly,
that,
like
I
a
don't
lot,
know the
like a
answer.
lot, right?
I think. Do you know the answer?
Over
Over 160.
All right, with the assist offline. I love that.
We didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No,
there.
that's okay.
Get you
I
in
just-
trouble. That's my
after
fault.
like
We didn't
after
discuss
like
that
10,
question.
After 10, I just.
She just knows the ones she works.
Yeah,
on.
Did
exactly.
you just come off of work?
No, I haven't worked. I Mother's Day yesterday,
very
so I
nice.
actually had Mother's Day off,
Very
but I
nice.
worked the day
Happy
before
Mother's
Mother's Day.
Okay.
And I actually had a pet that ate mango.
Is that
Mango pit, actually. It was a mango pit.
what kind of animal ate it?
It was a dog, a little baby
Why
dog.
do they eat such bizarre things? Why do they eat diapers and stuff? Like,
Well, they're fun. I don't know.
Jump on a diaper. Seemed like a good idea.
I
to me.
don't know. Dogs are dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, dogs are not always the brightest.
Yeah,
right?
and also probably my dog was probably bored and just found whatever she could get into.
tear it up.
Yeah.
So
Fun
what do
for
you think
her.
about swimming? Dogs swimming. Do we have a lot of problems with dogs like getting exhausted while they're swimming, or otherwise having issues being around
Yeah.
water and drowning, that kind of thing? here in
Yeah,
Florida?
no, that's a great question. So, older dogs, a lot of older dogs that are maybe like in the sundowner senile area or don't have the best vision, they fall into the pools. Actually, we see that a lot in Florida, especially the older dogs. They fall into the pools and they drown. Their owners find them and then they bring them to us to be like revived.
Right.
Yeah, we see that a lot. As for like young healthy dogs swimming and drowning, not typical. But things that we can see is skin issues. They can get sensitivities to the chlorine or the salt water, or whatever's in there. They can get like little skin infections. They can get ear infections. They can actually breathe in the water and get lung infections as well. Mhm.
Now, let's say I want to paint a scenario and you tell me what you guys would do. I got a dog, I'm from out of town. The dog, let's say he's done like what Kai did. He ate some ribs and I know that's not good. I bring him to the ER to VEG and I don't have any of his paperwork on me, like showing that he has rabies vaccine and that kind of thing. Can you guys still treat him?
Oh,
How do you
yeah.
handle that situation?
Oh yeah, I don't need that. Yeah,
No.
I base a lot of that on owners, like just knowledge of the vaccines. I'm not going to turn a pet away because I don't know what their vaccine status is, unless they're like really aggressive and you
Right, you don't want to
you
get
know
bit.
for
That's
sure
why I
that
was
they haven't
asking,
had
yeah.
rabies vaccine and we can't touch them.
Right.
That's a little different. But for the normal, regular pet parent, like I'm not going to turn you away if you don't know when the last time the rabies vaccine was
Right.
given.
Okay.
Yeah, so back to the question, if they come in and they don't know anything, I'm just going to treat them like normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Did-
have a save you're like particularly proud of? Like this animal's on the brink and you thought, oh no, we're not going to be able
Yes.
to
I
tell
Good
me.
question.
Yeah, I actually do. So I had this little, it was a puppy dog. I can't remember what kind of puppy he was, but he had eaten one of his human brother's binkies. And
no.
yeah, and it had gotten stuck in his intestines.
Oh.
And unfortunately, by the time he got to us, it had perforated out of his intestines and he was going septic. So if you know anything about septic animals, sorry, there's a bug right in my face. Sorry. Oh, that's fine over there. Oh, sorry. So to get back to that. So if you know anything about septic animals, the prognosis is about 50-50. So once we determine that they're septic, it could be a poor prognosis or it could be a good prognosis. We don't really know. So I got into my shift that day. They said, hey, look, this dog is septic. Like if we don't do something, this dog will die. So I walked in and I said, okay, well, let's get to surgery. I stabilized him as best I could, got into surgery, was able to remove that section of the bowels, clean him up, whatnot, get him on medications. And I think the next day he started eating. And then the day after that, I think he went home. I can't remember, but his
But
human...
he made it.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And the binky was removed.
Yes, yeah. And the human child was so happy. And I still have
Aw.
pictures of them in my
Aw.
phone because it was just like the
That's
sweetest
cool.
thing, yeah.
That's super
Yeah,
cool.
so I got to get that pet back home with his little baby brother.
That's so
Yeah.
wonderful.
Liz, we appreciate you being here.
Hey.
Do you have any parting words for pet owners, dogs or cats?
I do actually. Keep your pets inside during the hottest hours of the day. We don't want to see you, although we are here for you any time of the day.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank
Liz
you so
Moses
much.
from VEG ER for Pets.
Thank you
for being here. Do you have a website or any social media handle? I think you
I
personally
personally
have one,
do,
right? What is
yes. My social media is Liz Nicole with 2 I's and an underscore at the end. So it's LIIZNIICOLE
it?
underscore.
Fantastic.
I know it's not easy. Sorry.
We appreciate
Hopefully
you.
you'll put it up at the bottom.
Appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I'm Christopher Ingram, and for Amber Uhler, and wishing all the best for our good friend Sarita Fazan, who isn't here today. We thank you for watching The Heartbeat of Tampa Bay.
You guys are so cute.
Thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having
You
me.
were great.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
That was adorable.